Welcome back to the show. Now we're getting into our review of Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. And this is a 2023 spy action film directed by Christopher McQuarrie from a screenplay he co-wrote with Eric Jennerson. It's the sequel to Mission Impossible Fallout and the seventh installment in the Mission Impossible film series. Dead Reckoning Part 1 sees Tom Cruise return as Ethan Hunt, whose IMF team matches wits with rogue AI known as the Entity. The ensemble cast also features Haley Altwell, Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Rebecca Bergensen, Vanessa Kirby, Isai Morales, Marilia Guriga, and Henry Cerzini. Had a budget of $291 million and brought in $259.8 million to the box office. Had a 96% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. What were your initial thoughts on the film? You know, that they had a terrific cast. You know, obviously high level stunts.
Yeah.
I think a long time we've had. This wasn't an event movie. It's been a while since we had an event movie like this that everybody wanted to go see. But what were some of your initial takeaways on it?
Like we was talking about before we started the podcast or the segment, just a full circle of people who started in like the first two and coming back.
Yeah.
Like Isai Morales, who plays Gabriel. Obviously we always get Rebecca Ferguson within the movies, but she was in the first couple ones. Then we get some new faces. But I love the full circle moments of why he became who he was, why he became a ghost, and all these like the beginning plot that we love from Mission Impossible. But then you get like new characters, we get new stunts, like you said. We find Ethan Hunt, in again impossible situations, obviously.
No pun
The name
intended.
of the film. But yeah, I really enjoyed the film. I'm gonna nitpick it a little bit, but I do say I really enjoyed it. It was really long, longer than expected.
The longest
I
one
thought it
they
was
ever
going to be a
done.
good long, not a bad. Yeah, because and some of the stuff could have been left out, just in my
Everybody
opinion.
gets you.
But I overall thought it was a good film. Yeah, I thought it was a good film.
Definitely. And I mean, like, it's interesting because the last time we got a Mission Impossible film was Fallout, which I thought was a great one of the best they've had in the catalog. To you, like, did you expect the wait to be this long, like a 5-year wait? Because that one was in 2018. We get this one in 2023. Like, did you expect? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I should ask: did you expect this to be a part one with the long wait that we'd already got?
No, because I think that's where movies are going into. You
Yeah,
look at the
extending it.
Fast series, Mission Impossible has, Mission Impossible has the kind of the same lengthy tenure, and then you get Fast doing the parts. They're doing 3 parts, and now Mission
Yeah.
Impossible is doing, I think, 2, maybe 3, just in case. Just depends on what part 2 does. But I think they can stretch it out to 3 parts, just like Faster. But I do think that's where movies are going into, and then you have to write a good film in Mission Impossible to make it work, because they're similar to each other. It's the same. We're fighting against the impossible. We got to do
Yeah.
the impossible. They're going to be crazy stunts.
Similar
But what makes
stories.
it different now? Yeah, similar stories. Now AI is big now. So now we can write an AI God situation that started in Russia, down and below. So the patience, I think, worked out well. From now, it's relevant. The storyline can be relevant, and then now you get new viewers who never watched the Mission Impossibles, because I think the first 4 were the best to me. Nah.
I didn't like the second one.
The one he was running into the sandstorm was really good when he was in Dubai.
Oh, Ghost
I forgot
Protocol.
which one that was.
Ghost Protocol.
Yes, Ghost Protocol was
Yeah, I
really
like Ghost
good.
Protocol. The third one was really good. Philip
I
Seymour
haven't.
Hoffman,
Yes.
where he was
So
trapped, and the guy was about to kill his wife. That one was top tier.
Really good.
The third one was really good.
Exactly. So if you're gonna follow those movies up, there has to be something. The storyline has to be different as well, semi different and relevant. I think they did a great job doing so, to do that, to bring in the AI, because essentially that's AI.
Yeah.
To me, essentially that's
Honestly.
AI.
Yeah. And now get into our first topic from 1 to 4 stars. What would you give it? I would go with 3.5. I was gonna go 4, but the opening scene, and this is spoiler warning if you haven't seen it. But but the opening scene, with the boat sequence and there being a bomb below, that I thought that one kind of dragged for an opening. And we were
Yeah.
mentioning if they get right into the airport scene, that movie is full throttle
Yeah.
from the jump to all
Yeah.
the way to the end, and there is no letting up. If they start with that, I'm like, everybody's fully in. Nobody's like kind of like being like,
Yeah.
hey, what they're kind of like mellowing it out. What are they trying to get to? Like
Yeah.
to you, what would be your particular rating from 1 to 4 stars? Because I thought this was an exceptional film. I just think that opening part
Yeah.
was too much.
Shot really well too. Shot really, really well. Three and a
Yes.
half stars for sure. I think again, I agree with the opening scene. It kind of lagged on. I understand you're trying to show how smart and rogue the AI or the God system thing can be. I get that, but that could have been used in the airport because we see that in
Yeah.
the airport again.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? Because there was no bomb. It was trying to learn who you guys were to
Mhm.
fight against you. So even excuse me, even the scene where he gets the job to kind of X out Foss, try to save her and the sand or whatever shooting.
Yeah.
I thought that scene was redundant too. Because we see that every movie. You save her, that's you save her, then she
A little
goes off and do
redundant.
the same thing. We could have did without that. Get into the airport scene. Like the first scene could have been there, and then you have a little like 5-minute scene where they're in the office. I thought that was a decent scene
I
to
like the
lead
office
into
scene.
everything
Yeah.
else.
And
But the
from the jump,
airport
we all
scene
knew that
really
was Ethan
set,
Hunt. We all knew
yeah,
that guy was Ethan Hunt. That guy looked.
yeah,
He wasn't making it. Wasn't
obviously.
blinking. He wasn't blinking at all. Looked like an artificial created person. I'm like, this guy is not moving.
Not moving at
He's
all.
stiff.
And he just walks in the room, doesn't
Like, he doesn't
say
even introduce
anything. Just like
himself.
just
Like, you
looking
gonna say
around like,
something?
bro, obviously that's Ethan.
Yeah.
Obviously that's Ethan. But
Yeah.
yeah. But as soon as they get in the airport, that's when everything changes. Because the people
Man.
I went to the movies with, they fell asleep. So I think if they would have jumped, yes, bro, they fell
Man.
asleep, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. That
If they would have jumped in right,
that intro was boring. That intro, like sometimes you have to admit, like
yeah,
you, it is an event movie, so people are expecting you to get right to it. So
yeah,
and
because
they
you have
definitely.
like 9 of them already. Yeah, you got 9 of them already. Just get into it, bro. We know what it's Mission Impossible. So yeah, yeah. But anywho,
Yeah.
we're tearing it apart right now. We're not even nitpicking. We're tearing it apart, and we're saying it's a great film.
Because the majority of the movie was so good. That's the thing. Like the majority of the
Yeah.
movie, I really like. It's just like when we're talking about
Mm-hmm.
ratings, we do kind of have to be a little bit nitpicky because the last film, Fallout, I feel as though from the jump, it just got to it.
Yeah.
It didn't even take any time. It
Yeah.
just got to it.
I guess that's what they was doing. It was like, maybe we need some more fluff. Now it's 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't think it deserved a 96. Maybe like a 90, 89%. But I digress.
Rotten Tomatoes they loved it. They said high five,
Yeah.
5 star. Exactly. And now getting to favorite character, I would go with Paris because she to me is just a scene stealer in terms of not being a one
Mm-hmm.
dimensional villain. The surprising redemption of this antagonist adds an extra layer to her characterization. She she barely has any dialogue in this film. There's not a lot that she says, but her
Mm-hmm.
presence is made known from the jump. She's gonna wreak
Yes.
havoc. She's
Yes.
gonna enjoy doing it. She's gonna laugh doing it. Like she's gonna enjoy every part of it. To you overall, who's your favorite character?
Gabriel, man. I think that full circle moment in the first movie, him, and just that was the reason why he became who he was. And I think his character was so just like weird, bro. But I didn't know he could fight that good. I forgot how good his
Yeah,
character can fight. He was beating people up, stabbing people,
yeah.
talking where it is written.
It's
Like, bro, like
you're like it's a
that's
Nas album.
his character was like so crazy, bro. It's like he lost one time in this film,
Mm.
and we'll get to that the scene. But he
Yeah,
lost in every other instance.
I was killing.
He was the winner. He was literally killing. He was like,
Like,
literally killing
not
people.
facetiously, like really. And now getting to most real scenes, I had Ethan's runaway fist fight. Also, Ilsa's last scam, the cobblestone
Mm-hmm.
car chase, Ethan's a leap, and also
Mm-hmm.
the collapsing train escape has to be put in the Hall of Fame of one of the best Mission Impossible sequences. I mean, that was just from every moment you're like, okay, is this are they gonna make, they're gonna make it, but bro, it's just the sequencing of it, how it was shot was so good.
Yeah.
It literally had
Yeah.
everybody in the film, that was in the film when I was there. It had everybody on the edge of their seat. Like, it just was just gripping
Mm-hmm.
type of action sequence. I thought it was phenomenal. To you, what were some of your memorable scenes in this one?
Obviously, all the ones you always pick the best ones. I'm gonna give you two separate ones outside of that. The scene where they're climbing up into the car and they have to like jump and
Oh
climb,
yeah,
him and Grace,
Grace.
Ethan
Yeah,
and Grace. That scene was bananas. And then whoo, did you say the airport scene?
yeah. The airport scene as well. It was
You
top,
already said that. Okay, you already
top.
said the
Yeah.
airport scene. Yeah, that was top. And then him escaping, Gabriel escaping, thinking he has the
Oh
key,
yeah, I didn't have that one.
but
Yeah.
he didn't have that key. I thought that was good because that's the only time he's lost. Because he was like, "Oh, I got him. Y'all gonna die." And then, yeah, and that was a good scene. And then Grace did a phenomenal job, bro. That scene
Oh yeah,
there,
it's the white
kind of,
widow.
yeah, that character development was really cool because obviously she's
That's
a
tough.
thief.
That's
She's
so tough to
yeah,
impersonate
bro.
somebody else, because you really have to, like, if you're trying to impersonate somebody, you really have to know them. Be like, okay, this is their mannerisms, this is what they
Yeah,
would do.
she
And if
did
you act a
not.
little different, it's like, nah,
It's
that's
over
not
with.
her.
Like, bro, you're not really who you say you are. And then plus of what her actions, like she was trying to cover her butt, and then she kind of like that click of character development and her changing, like, okay, nah, I'm not trying to be selfish and think about myself. I'm thinking about everybody because I give this to you. The world is going to be in a terrible spot. So I thought
Yeah,
that was really dope for her character. And that's when she obviously they accept her into the bunch. And now she's going to be a part of Ethan
the
Hunt's
crew.
them crew. Thank you. See that?
Crew love.
Now we're back, bro. We just need yeah.
Man. And now getting into most memorable quotes I had. We live and die in the shadows from Ethan. Also, the world is changing. Truth is
Yeah.
vanishing from Ilsa. I just want everyone to get along with me, especially from the White Widow. His fate is written. Shall we
Mm-hmm.
write yours too? From Gabriel. None of your lives can matter more than this mission from Luther. Then finally, your life will always matter more to me
Yeah.
than my own from Ethan. What were your some of the quotes that you thought as though just kind of like were the main standouts in this one?
That the one you said, the last one you just said, I swear your life will always matter more than my own. The other one, he was like, his Gabriel said, his fate is written, shall we write yours? And the Ethan said, if anything happens to them, there's no place you and your God will be safe. There's no place that I won't go to kill you. That is written. Like he meant
Be
every word
spitting.
of that.
Ethan be
And I feel,
spitting.
yeah, it is written. Yes. Uh Yeah, I think that's the only ones. You said all the other ones. Those were the two that stood out the most. I swear to you, my life will always matter to me. Because obviously you see that in every film that he goes out his way to try to save and help his friends. And even this
Yeah.
film, he's trying to get them away. Like, bro, get away because they're gonna use you guys against me and I can't focus. But yeah, yeah, those were the two that stood out the most.
Yeah, and it's interesting because, like, I think ever since, I mean, well, Luther, played by Ving Rhames, he's been in the. He was he in the first one? He was in the first one, the
Yeah,
original.
he was in
Yeah,
every last one of them. Yep.
everyone, last one of them. He just has that chemistry with Ethan Hunt and the movie, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously just the whole crew has become like a tight knit unit. Like, how much important do you think is Ethan's crew? Like, the fact to be able to add, because chemistry is something like we're so big on in movies. Like, you have chemistry, and the whole crew that Ethan's with, they have chemistry in every film.
Yeah, and you look at, I think it's imprinted in versatility. You look at even Simon Pegg; he's played
Yeah, Simon.
serious roles like Fat Boy, Fat Boy, and like he's played in goofball roles. And
Yeah,
the same as Ving Rhames. Ving Rhames has played in so many versatile movies that you get into these roles and you just understand what is needed.
yeah,
And I think obviously Tom Cruise is a versatile actor as well. So just
versatile
them
runner.
being on the top scale, yeah, and understanding what the character needs and what the movie needs to stand out. Because I'm sure they don't hang out all the time outside
Yeah,
of set, but I do think they have some type of relationship to like, okay, we can translate this on the screen. And even if they don't have a relationship outside of movies, that's even more incredible for them to have that chemistry on
because you couldn't
screen.
tell. You
Because
couldn't
Vin
tell.
Rhames and Sam, yeah, you could definitely tell, especially with Vin Rhames and Simon Pegg's characters, because obviously Benji is kind of inferior to Luther Stickle because he's like the ultimate hacker
Yeah.
guy, and I forgot what Benji even does. To be honest with you, creates the face mask. I think that's what Benji does. He's the route guy.
Yeah.
Because even in this movie was like, who's smarter or something, and he was like, no comment. Ethan was like, no comment. I'm not saying anything. So I love that chemistry and what everybody brings to the team. Everybody has a
Everybody brings
specific
something.
role.
Yeah, everybody
Even
brings something to the team.
yeah,
Definitely.
even Foss, even with her being British intelligent and being AWOL and stuff and helping them out in the midst of stuff.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And now getting to kind of like what did you like the most about the storyline? To me, just picking an artificial intelligence as the thing that IMF is on the trail of was a fresh plot
Mm-hmm.
and an addition that made the hunt even more complex. As obviously we mentioned before the podcast, like AI, that's obviously a current thing to tap into and to address, and they were addressing it in a creative way for the film. Like to you, what element of the storyline do you kind of like the most?
They didn't try to keep you guessing. And they were straightforward. They obviously you knew it was going to happen, but it was still great anyways. You
Yeah.
knew that when she was running towards, she was going to fight him. She didn't really want to give the key to Gabriel, Grace, and then you
Yeah.
knew Foss was going to come back. You could saw in her face, oh, she's going to come back and fight. I already knew that was going to happen, and then
Mm,
Ethan was going to get jumped. Is something's going to deter him from getting there? But it
yeah.
was that fight scene in that. Oh, we didn't say that, did we?
Oh no, we didn't. We didn't say that.
The fight scene in the thing with him and what's her name? What's Paris?
Paris,
That was
bro.
a dope
Oh,
fight
so
scene.
good.
Yeah, that
So
was
good. There
really
were so
dope,
many
bro.
good fight scenes in this movie, man. So many.
Yes, so many fight scenes. But yeah, I like that you didn't know. I mean, they didn't try to keep you guessing, didn't try to throw you off. It was straightforward, and when it got to the real plot of the movie, it was straightforward. You knew it was going to happen, but it was still good anyways. The acting was great, and I think sometimes movies try to do that too much, trying to twist the plot. No, Mission Impossible. We're gonna have great stunts. We're gonna have great fight scenes because the fight scenes are always amazing. Somebody's gonna die and
Yep.
Ethan Hunt's gonna live. I mean,
You know it.
that's what I
You
mean.
got
That's the formula.
it.
It's a winning formula. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Um, and, and now getting to our last topic 10 years from now, do you still think this will be watchable and intriguing? Any Mission Impossible movie will probably be watchable and intriguing. And this one, I mean,
Yes.
like it's just like we said. I think the action scenes are some of the best they've had.
Hmm.
Overall in the catalog, the chase scenes are so good. I feel as though this is
Hmm.
just a really good spectacle because like back to back Fallout in this film and Dead Reckoning Part One. We don't know how Dead Reckoning Part Two is going to go, but I think these were two back to back just great action films for the series. How do you think this movie will age another decade from now?
Yeah, it's gonna age gracefully, but I think it's so hard to one up yourself when it comes to fight scenes
Yeah.
or car chasing scenes and stunts. Every film is something different. The last film he was hanging on the plane, correct?
Yep. hmm
Yeah. And before that, he was the movie I really liked. I think it was Ghost Recon or something.
Post
He
protocol. Yeah.
was on, yeah, Ghost Protocol with the hand gloves. And
Oh
bro, that's a
yes,
crazy
that was
scene, bro.
insane.
insane. Every film they one up themselves with the stunts or whatever they have to do because it's Mission Impossible. So you have to have stuff that's impossible to do. That you know what I mean. So being able to jump off that, yeah, that was crazy. And Tom Cruise being able to do his own stunts will always be Hall of Fame worthy because a lot of people don't do their
Come on,
stunts, and for him to do that, and when he jumped off the roof and broke his ankle, he kept running. I'm not running on no broke
man.
ankle.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
That's some
I'm
different
having to
type
go
of.
back to the list just because there've been. I mean, obviously there's so many Mission Impossible movies. Like which ones are my top ones? The first one I think is still near the top of the list.
Mm-hmm.
The third one
Yeah.
is really good. I would have that at 2.
Yes.
I think Fallout, the last one, I'll put that at 3. Ghost Protocol, I like a
Mm-hmm.
lot at 4.
Yeah.
I might put this one at 5. Mission Impossible. Okay, I'll put Rogue Nation at 5. This one at 6, and then the last one, Mission Impossible 2. I wasn't feeling that one. Mission Impossible 2 was all right, but I think the other ones were.
Yeah, that wasn't
Yeah,
really good.
yeah.
Yeah. That's not a bad list.
Do you do you
That's
have
not
a
a bad top
particular
five.
favorite or maybe a few that you would say or maybe I think Ghost Protocol, you mentioned that one a lot because I think that one is
Yeah,
one that stands
Ghost
out to you.
Protocol. That's when I think Simon Pegg first got on with them. I think that's when he
I
first
think
got into the film.
I think he got
Or
on
was
in
it
3.
probably was he
I
on
think
at
he
three? I
got
could
on in
have
3.
no, I don't remember him in three. Hold up, let's see. Because I don't remember. I remember coming on it because his character brought that wittiness, brought that
Hmm.
comedy to it, but also it
Yeah.
was a serious kind of role. Shoot, it's gonna be a while before I can. It's not showing me. Anywho, but Ghost Protocol, number Mission Impossible 1, 3. I think 3 was my favorite. 1 was second. Ghost Protocol was 3. Um, yeah, I don't. The rest you can divvy up the way you want to, but those are 3 that matter the most. Ghost Protocol,
The
Mission
third one was
Impossible
his
1,
first.
Mission Impossible 3.
The third one was his first one.
The third one his first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? I gotta go back and watch it
I
then.
gotta go back and watch the third one too. The third one is good.
I don't remember the plot for the third one. Oh wow, I really do
That one
not
was back in
remember.
'06, bro. That one was back in '06. It has been a minute since I've seen the third one.
He was on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're. I know you're positive because it's not even popping up on his movie thing.
IMDb. But yeah, that's the first
Yeah,
one
I'm
that
on
they have with
ID.
the cast.
Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol was 2011. Yeah, I don't see him.
Fans, listeners,
You
we're
said
doing
oh
live
06?
research. '06, yes.
Oh, Mission.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it. I see it. I
Yeah.
see it. I gotta go back and watch it. I gotta go
Yeah.
find
I'm
it.
watching. I'm watching that one again. That was.
What? They had Lawrence Fishburne in this one.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that, bro. I gotta go back. I gotta go back and watch it. Yo,
Oh my
yes, he
goodness,
is.
man.
He's look at him. That's crazy.
Third one was a wow. That was a really good film, man. They weren't holding back for that one.
Yeah,
Aaron Paul was
I
in
gotta go
it.
watch it.
Yeah, we might be doing a review of Mission Impossible 3 soon.
No, for real. Bro, they had Billy Crudup. Oh, they had him in here. He's such a great actor. Owen Davian. I mean, not Owen. Philip
Carrie
Seymour. Yeah,
Russell.
I remember him
Carrie
being in
Russell.
there. Oh my gosh, just so many hard hitters in this one. That's insane. Yeah, I gotta go watch it. I'm probably gonna try to watch it this weekend and try to find it. See, back in the day, Wellington, we used to go to Blockbuster.
They don't know about that, bro. And you had to get one.
They
You
don't
had to get
know.
one. You had to get.
Yes.
And it was a treat. It was a treat. Whichever one you got, you better pick the
Friday
right one.
nights was crazy.
You better enjoy
Yes.
it.
Oh my
The worst
crazy.
one is when you pick is when you get home and you remember, oh, this was not the one I actually wanted to pick. There was and you suck.
Oh my god. You gotta keep it for the duration of the
For the
days.
duration.
Oh man.
What an era. Man, but yeah, the Dead Reckoning Part 1, really good. really good. And there's
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dead Reckoning Part Two. This might be a 4 hour film. Who knows? Might be 4 hours. Who
Hope
knows,
not.
man? He said Tom Cruise literally said in the interview, he said, "Man, we had to edit out so much for the first one." I'm like, if he said that for the first one, I don't even know how the second one's going to be. So it's definitely going to be
That's
interesting.
insane.
Yeah. Well, that wraps it up for tonight. I'm your host, Wendy Burns. I'm my counterpart, Savon Morris. This has been Full Scope. See you later.